Can you
Now I'm interested.
can you define meta for me? Because me and Nay were going back and forth last night. Like, if something is meta, what does that mean? Because I think I
Okay,
know, and
meta, it's hard to explain meta in the abstract, so I have to use an example.
please, oh my god,
Okay.
yes,
You know how Deadpool, like as a character, knows he's a comic book character and he behaves in a way that says to the audience, I know I'm in a movie about me.
yeah,
That's meta.
okay. So that's what I thought. I thought it was self-referential,
It's yeah, it's
like when you reference
self-referential.
whatever.
It's like an extra sense of awareness. So to connect it to something in my world, I've given you your MCU reference. Now I'll retreat back to the comfort of my own home. In the third book in the Amory Wars series, the characters in the Amory War fiction meet the person writing the Amory Wars fiction.
That's yeah,
And
that's
part of the big showdown at the end of that book, which is loosely dramatized in the song The Final Cut, the main character gets in a fight with the writer. And, to Claudio's perspective,
damn. What a
Ryder,
spoiler.
the writer's name is Ryder. So, okay, so like Claudio and Ryder are in a fight.
Right,
Claudio's
the
like,
writer's name is
you're,
Ryder.
yeah, you see what he did. Do you see what he did there?
Yeah, but it's like
Um,
it's close enough to where it's like, come on, man, you should have just named him Ryder at that point.
So anyway, that's meta. It's
Okay,
like a sort of self-referential, thing within the thing, but the thing knows it's in the thing.
okay, so that's what I thought. Because,
I mean, I'll use an example that connects us. Having a series of episodes in our podcast called Patreon episodes is meta because
yes,
we don't have a Patreon. We're like making an internal but self-aware reference to a joke that one of us made a year ago
well,
and still running with it.
so last night during the final episode, me and Nay were watching, and she goes, "Oh my god, that's so meta," and she like looked at me, and she was like proud of her comment, and I don't think that I'm like very I don't think I'm very good at describing so much what I'm feeling, which is why I love talking to you and Nay, because you guys can get what I'm trying to say, but you have such better words for it.
Yeah, we're inside your head, but we have the vocabulary to
Yeah,
escape. Yeah.
my vocabulary stopped at like eighth grade.
Well, I don't literally mean vocabulary, but
Yeah,
I feel like
but she goes, "Wow, that's so meta," and she like gave me a look, and I was like, "That's not what that means." Did you hear her in the other room?
I didn't. You just nagged nah.
She yelled and said, "Stop making fun of me." I just thought it was funny. Also, I was right. But season 4 of Stranger Things, amazing. And I get what I totally. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. I totally get what you're saying about it being like here is season 1.
Mm-hmm.
Season 4 is here, and 2 and 3 are 2 and 3. Season 1 and 2 are more setup. 3 is where it start or the actual story starts, and then 4 goes completely some different place and then loops back on 1 and ties everything up. And I literally was sitting there on the episode that, because it's literally one episode, because I was thinking it halfway through the fourth season. I was like, this makes no fucking sense. Where is this coming from? Where is this going? Why is this here? This is so confusing. And then there's one whole episode where like it's straight just exposition. And I was like, oh my God, this ties up so beautifully. And there's just like a bow.
Well,
It was
that is compelling to me.
it I might be super biased because I just spent like a month and a half just grinding through Stranger Things, and I watched the finale last night. But That shit was lit, and I totally get why people think it was that good. I
Yeah, people said Stranger Things was him.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's the 1996 masterpiece about a climatological disaster. I wouldn't say that, but
You would.
I do have a beef to pick ever since our last episode.
With me?
No, not with you, but something I said, and it. I want to talk about Captain Marvel because
Did we talk about Captain Marvel? I mean, I
very
know that we
very
like talked about the rank of the movies.
we very we like mentioned it, but
Okay.
I have such a problem with Captain Marvel, and you really like it. And literally after we hop,
Whoa, 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 whoa. Pause. No, I don't.
you said I like it. You said I like Captain Marvel.
I didn't say I really like it. I don't really like any Marvel movie except the Iron Man one.
Okay, well you
Let
liked
me
it.
let me give my 30-second speech on Captain Marvel.
Give it.
Okay.
Yes.
I had a day off. Went right like it came out, I don't know what, 2 or 3 years ago. Don't look it up, it doesn't matter.
It
I was
came out
teaching.
March 8th, 2019, because the date is important to me.
Wow. Okay. So it came out March 8th, 2019. Um, Now we could cross-reference this. I might be remembering it wrong, but I went to see it. I didn't work on Fridays that semester. I was a Tuesday, Thursday guy, or I didn't have class or something. So I went to see a Friday morning,
Uh
not lunch, not afternoon, a Friday morning showing of Captain Marvel at Imagine Royal Oak.
that's
The day that that first Lizzo album came out. So on the way to seeing Captain Marvel, I listened to the Lizzo album, and I got to tell you, as a woman, I've never felt more empowered than I did that day.
and that's the perfect. Honestly, okay. Now that you say that, going into the Captain Marvel movie fresh off the Lizzo album first
It was an
listen,
experience. It was a
that
vibe.
that is a great combo. Maybe I need to,
Also, eating a bucket of popcorn at 10 a.m. does
dude.
something to you chemically.
I have been almost preaching to people that they should go see movies in the morning solo. Amazing
The only
experience.
the only regret I have
Amazing.
about the way my life has changed and matured is that I no longer have time to go see morning movies.
That I
Like when I was going to see like 10 and 11 a.m. showings for $3 at the AMC Southfield, I was unfucking touchable.
dude, the day I went, I forgot what movie I was trying to see, but I was like, you know what? This is the only time I have. I'm gonna go on like a Monday morning. It had to be in college. Um, and I went and I was like, there's nobody here. This ticket costs literally $4. I was like, why is everybody not doing that? And I literally felt like I was cheating. I was like, this is crazy.
It's
Uh,
truly the last great hack.
some might
So
say.
anyway, I just had to clarify. I very much enjoyed it. It was a fun movie. It was great to see on the big screen.
So you went in. Yes. Okay. So my problem with it. Okay. So you even having a good experience, not even that I had a bad experience. My Because I tell everybody this, and I feel like I always sound like such a douchebag. And
Because you hate women.
this is strictly for my ego. Yeah. This whole I could give two fucks what anybody thinks about this. But so the reason it's important because March 8th, 2019 is when Captain Marvel came out. But April
Also, a
26th.
week before my wedding.
Oh my God.
Fun fact. Fun
Cra-
fact.
Throwback to when you asked me to DJ that. That was
Yes.
crazy. I
Sorry we
still
didn't follow through on that.
I still tell people that I did. And that's okay. It's such a one-off comment buried in this log that nobody will ever find out. But anyways,
Dude, it's good. It's all good.
wait, January, February, March. Oh,
Oh
okay.
wow.
Endgame. That's why I was like, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so
I
the
just
reason,
can I just real quick, the intern slid a note across my desk.
of course, hit me.
I went to see Captain Marvel on Friday, April 19th, 2019. Okay, keep going.
April 19th.
That was the day the Liz the Record came out.
That's so funny. Okay, so
Okay,
what is important to me, and the reason why to this day I have a bad taste for Captain Marvel is leaving. This all goes back to April
where did you
20.
see it?
Uh, it had to be in Michigan. It had to be. Where was I seeing movies at the time?
Did you go see it
Wow.
at the Cinemark in Taylor?
I don't know, but I do like the Cinemark.
That
This
theater
the
rules.
Cinemark is
That theater
bad.
is goated.
No, I probably saw. I probably did see it there. Because I saw Infinity War at Southgate at MJR.
Oh, okay. Also a very good theater.
Love. I feel like
I like this stupid little song.
I love I miss MJR a lot. But so leaving Infinity War, I was like heartbroken. That was my big movie experience. And so at the
Right.
very end of Infinity War, like the scene is that half of the people are dead. Nobody know like not nobody, but like the kids like me who just went in to go see this movie had no prior knowledge of the comics was like, well, what's gonna happen? Like everybody's dead. What's gonna happen? And then the next movie to come out was Captain Marvel. And you've seen Captain Marvel's movie. She's just OP as fuck. And her whole like friendship with Nick Fury, that's where they explain the like the beeper, because the very last scene of, well, not the last scene, but the last time we
The
see
stinger, the post credits.
yeah, the post credit scene is
He's
him
like
hitting.
him right before he says motherfucker. He beeps her.
Yeah. So I'm like, so I leave Infinity War being like, well, what's going to happen? Endgame is going to be crazy because whatever they do, like, they got to bring everybody back. This. So leaving Captain Marvel, I was like, what the fuck? She's just going to come in and save everybody. And that's exactly what it took. All of the stakes out of Endgame for me, and it sort of it it didn't ruin Endgame for me because I still went in, had an amazing time, loved the movie. Obviously, oh man, you can't see, but I have 4 Funkos. Um, but
Oh,
I hated Captain Marvel strictly just from the placement of the movies, and her timeline for the actual movie is so early in the MCU. I feel like if they would have dropped that movie, and I think this one got delayed. I think Captain Marvel got delayed too. But if they would have dropped it way earlier, I feel like it would have been a perfect. It would have been perfect because it would have been like, oh wait, I remember her. She was a couple of years ago, but they dropped it in between, so it's like, okay, well, she's gonna come. Like she's the newest person who was introduced. We already saw everybody, and she wasn't in Infinity War, so I was like, that's my reason for hating Captain
if
Marvel.
they release that movie anywhere else in the sequence, no one's gonna go see it, and then no one will know who she is when she shows up at the end of Endgame.
See,
Like I get, and I appreciate what
I
you're
get.
saying. It makes sense, but like I
I'm
think
referring to my notepad to see when a better place for her.
I think,
Oh yeah, this is my
dude, that's
M.
deranged.
So
Tone, that is deranged.
so the reason behind this during during lockdown, um, obviously we were trying to fill the time. So Nate was like, "Well, what do we do?" I was like, "Would you watch all the MCU movies? Because I would love that." And she's like, "If you watch all of Grey's Anatomy." So I watched all of
And
Grey's
Trey,
Anatomy, which was a slog. It's like 17 seasons.
yeah, that's a lot of show.
Let me see. I feel like it could have came out like 2015, 2016. Ant-Man, Captain America. Yeah. I don't know. It came at a weird time. It took the dramatic stakes out for me. It's just something that bothers me throughout the day.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate that your reason for not hating Captain Marvel is because you hate women,
Oh, I mean, I also hate women.
not because you hate women.
No,
If you know, that's like if you like, I imagine you sort of going on to like Reddit and being like, I didn't like Captain Marvel very much, and then like the worst
because
people, and
just
then just like all these little cockroaches and insects like scuttling over, like, no, we didn't like him either. Girls are bad, like
girls are gross. I can't believe there's a female led MC. They're really taking the masculinity out of soup. They're really
dude,
making these superhero movies unbelievable.
yeah. And then they give her that
Fucking
masculine haircut. Ugh.
I
Just
I
to
really
clarify to review. Hi everybody, Tony here from Show and Tell with Tone and Tone. Just wanted to take a break from the episode to quickly clarify that me and Tone are doing a bit. We love women and we champion them in their rights.
hell yeah
Back to
we
the
do.
show.
But I also
Yeah, girls are gross.
I also did not like her haircut in Infinity War, but who gives a shit? Or Endgame. But
Hey everybody, Tony here again from Show and Tell with Tone and Tone. Just wanted to take a break from the podcast to let everybody know that Toad is definitely doing a bit about the haircut of Captain Marvel in Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame. Okay, back to the podcast.
um yeah. I mean I
I think my favorite thing about that movie, Captain Marvel, that is not Endgame,
yeah.
is that it was really silly. And I famously hate the Guardians of the Galaxy movie for a
Yeah.
reason that is not entirely Guardians of the Galaxy's fault. But
Oh, are you not a
I
fan of
thought
the
that they did
goofiness?
well in that movie. I'm not apparently, but I thought they did like a really good job doing like space and science fiction in a way that none of the other Marvel movies, even Spider-Man, when Spider-Man goes to space,
That see, and
didn't he go to space?
he went to space
Did he go to
in
space?
he went to space in Infinity War. He hitches a ride. But see, like
Yeah.
I also
So I,
thought
I mean,
her movie was
and
sick. Like it did have cool points, especially the part
you
where
have because it's like Star Wars, Predator, Top Gun, Iron Man, you know, and like that's like a good combo of movies. And like Brie Larson is a good actor. The actor who portrayed Monica Rambeau, also a very good actor. I thought Jude Law was hilarious and scary as a villain. Spoiler
that's a
alert.
I feel
Um,
like, Brie Larson also, from what I know now of the character, she plays that like cocky, almost Steve Rogers like leader energy very well. Like she
mhm,
plays the character
big
super
time.
well, and her across like her fighting Jude Law, so sick. She was
Very
her
sick.
movie is really I like the movie. That's the other thing. Like I walked out of the movie being like, wow, that was a really cool movie, but I'm fucking pissed because I know she's just gonna swoop in and save the day. So I was like, to this day, I think that's the only Marvel movie that I've seen once because I was so frustrated with like, well, fuck, she's gonna kill it. Like, there is the intro to Endgame, but then she didn't even come until the end, which is the end of Endgame.
And I
So,
mean, she didn't, okay, I know that technically she turned the tide in that fight,
but she did get
but
her
like,
ass kicked.
and I haven't seen Endgame in a minute, though I have watched it more than once. Um, I mean, they totally give Cap like 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 Cap's the one, with the hammer, and
She
you get on your left, and then there's like that big moment, and I am Iron Man, and I feel like her cheat code swoop in and win definitely happens, but like it feels really minor against all those other moments. So I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about it from like a story perspective, not a huge Marvel fan perspective, but
Hmm.
I think what you should do
Is give it
is
another chance.
when you have 10 hours to spare, you should rewatch Infinity Wars, Captain Marvel, and Endgame like kind of right in a row. I
Oh, and see how they
I,
stack up.
I bet your take, which is a reasonable take, would change.
See, well, thinking about it even for like 2 minutes, she comes in, completely destroys all of the air support. So she's like, she cleans up in that regard. And then as soon as she
Right.
fights Thanos, she gets a couple of licks in, and then he just mollywops the shit out of her. Like she gets rocked. And then so that I think that's where I like it was better for me watching Endgame the first time because I was like, oh my gosh, of course
Excuse
Captain
me.
Marvel's coming in to just clean up. And then when she got rocked, I was like, okay, she's thank God. Let
Say it.
I can't even say it.
You have to. Hi, everybody. Tony here from Show and Tell with Tone and Tone, the podcast. Just wanted to take a quick break from the episode to let our viewers know that Tony and I are once again doing a bit.
It's
We
a
do
bit.
champion women. We believe in their rights and believe that Captain Marvel is, in fact, the most powerful superhero. Okay, back to the podcast.
Okay, one last thing on women though. The in
Hey, everybody.
wait, wait, wait,
Tony
wait,
here.
save the PSA until after because I still laugh about the scene where it's all of the female characters and they're like, we got this. Like they had to do just like one inclusivity shot, and I was just like, uh,
That
I,
was in Infinity War, right?
I think no, I think it was Endgame because yeah, because Tom Holland has the Infinity Gauntlet and Captain Marvel's like, Peter Parker, do you need a ride or like, let me take that
Oh,
from you,
yeah.
kid. And then all of the like women are just like, we got him, and I was just like, I could have made that just a little
Yeah.
cooler. I was like, maybe just not so on the nose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's a sad state of affairs that like
That has to be a
for that
moment.
kind of moment to happen in a movie, it has to be. So, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think that the ham-fistedness of that scene is more of a reflection of our culture,
Hmm.
uh, and like the gap that that scene is trying to fill than like it says about that being like a bad scene.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. I don't even think the scene was bad because like as it happens, I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I think it was just the like one shot, and I'm gonna send you a screenshot later because they're literally like all circled up, and they're like, we got this. It's like she doesn't got it. We
Yeah, I
got
mean,
it.
they could have like tuned out the Hans Zimmer soundtrack and played Lizzo, and it would have been like the same effect.
The
Hi,
Lizzo album.
everybody. Tony here from Show and Tell with Tone and Tone. Just wanted to take a break from the podcast to let everybody know that Tone and I are, in fact, doing a bit.
We're doing
All
a
right, back
bit.
to the show.
We're doing a bit. We love and champion women. Oh my god, and it's less than a minute. Okay, Tone, I'm gonna let you go.
No, wait. I was giving you a lot of shit about Funko Pops. I have to reveal something on the Patreon.
Dude, you know what's fucking crazy? I literally saw a White Stripes Funko Pop and almost got it for you.
Well, don't,
That's
because I
it was
pre-ordered
literally
it,
that one. That's so
which
funny.
is something I'm not proud to admit is that I'm an adult who has pre-ordered a Funko Pop. Hey everybody, Tony here from Show and Tell with Tone and Tone.
And
Just wanted to
we
let you know that
endorse
that's a joke.
Funko Pops.
I did not pre-order a Funko Pop. I'm 33, not 15.
And no
Thanks and
such thing
enjoy
as
the rest
guilty
of the
pleasures.
episode.